For instance, the first line, when Oedipus grasped his fate and saw the full depth of wrong where he had lost himself. He understood the oracle, and now he has condemned himself. That's the opening line from the Oedipus speech. So how did I memorize that? Well, first I had to get my eyes out of the page, off of the page. I had to be able to say the words out loud, even if very haltingly. So, what's the first word? And that's always the clue, is you have to figure out a key to get you the first word. The word is when. You think of a picture. So immediately I'm picturing, and I know Oedipus is the second word, so I know it's when Oedipus. So I think of Oedipus, or a person, something representing Oedipus, a figure who is waving in the wind. And I make it really ridiculous, a really ridiculous thing. So now, every time I want to start that sentence, I know, I think of the wind. Oh yeah, when Oedipus. That's how you do it. When Oedipus grasped his fate. Now, fate, I think of feet. He grasped in the southern. When Oedipus grasped his fate. And for the word grasp, that's a little harder. I had grass and asps coming up out of the grass. So here's Oedipus in the wind, and now he's sitting, and in his lap he's bent and facing his feet, and there's grass with asps, those snakes coming up. And see the grasp with the asps. See them snakes coming up, the asp with the grasp, asp with grass, grass with the asp. When Oedipus grasped his fate, and the next line is saw. And saw, so now he's sawing his feet off. Really picture him sawing his fate off. When Oedipus grasped his fate and saw the fool, so I think of a fool like in a castle, like with all the little bells on the hat, I think of a fool. When Oedipus grasped his fate and saw the full depth. Oh, those feet have now fallen off into the depths of the ocean of fools. An ocean of fools, yes. When Oedipus grasped his fate and saw the full depth of wrong where he had lost himself, I'm picturing him wandering on the bottom of the ocean like this, and saw the full depth of wrong where he had lost himself. And that's it. And you just keep going. He understood. I picture a person with their feet on top of the feet on top of their body. So he's standing under. He understood. I think that's understood I think that's sign language. Understood. So see it. See the absurdity of him standing on his own torso or on his own head. Understood. He stood under, or whatever. The oracle. You can think of a word for oracle. I didn't. I just knew oracle. In my true memory, the word was there. So when Oedipus grasped his fate and saw the full depth of wrong where he had lost himself, he understood the oracle, and now he has condemned himself. And I just see a judge, boom, pounding the hammer. Now he has condemned himself. And by associating with all those images, I can lift my head up out of the book, and now I can just remember the words. And the more I say them and rehearse them without looking at them and letting the pictures sort of guide me, it goes into my true memory. Now, my friend at the desk the other night said, well, what's true memory? The difference between true memory and what you're doing. And I said, do you know the Pledge of Allegiance? He said, yeah, I pledge allegiance. I said, that's your true memory. You just know it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do anything. It's just right there in your brain. But if you want to plant something in your brain, something that is not rehearsed over the period of your entire lifetime, then it helps to have these memory signposts. Now this speech is very long, and I can get all the way through to the end. But if I get lost, and I have it in my true memory almost. But if I get stuck, then I can go, and remember the image, and I'm right back on track.